All right. I don't have music. Do you have any beats? Okay. That's a little better.
I got nothing after that though. So
Okay, that's pretty good though.
I thought you were gonna like start singing or something to it. You know, like
No, I mean honestly, I was waiting for you.
I could do Billie Jean if you want to sing it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you can do like the beat or whatever. Billie Jean, not my lover. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually pretty good.
I learned it from a TED Talk.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah, dude. The Thomas Thumb on TEDx. Oh, also, heyo everyone, what's up?
Hello.
We're not ignoring you, promise.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're just still trying to figure out our theme song, but Joe seems to be making new beats every week, so I'm actually a fan of it. So, but hello. Yep. Welcome to our 4th episode of the cast of pods. And in this episode, Joe will rant about Bungo.
This is the triggered edition of our podcast.
This is triggered edition of welcome to Lagged Out or Triggered Out number 4. But before we get triggered with y'all, how's your week been, Joe?
It's been all right. I'm just waiting for Wednesday, to be honest.
Why is that?
Because Wednesday's Halloween.
Oh, right. Are you trick or treating?
No, I'm not gonna trick or treat. But my work has like a Halloween party every year, so that's gonna be exciting. So it's like you go to work, but you don't work. It's great.
That sounds like a good thing. I should just dress up for my work and make my boss dress up, even though he has like no, like I don't know. I feel like he wouldn't dress up.
What would you dress up as though? Because your 6-pack didn't come in again this year.
I know. So. I've been waiting for a 6-pack for 3 years, and it just hasn't. It's been delayed. I think it's been on back order.
Yeah, it's been on back order.
It's been back ordered every year. Amazon Prime sucks, but no. I honestly, I really wish I could be the Green Arrow. I just didn't order the costume because I just don't want to spend $100 on something I'm gonna wear once right now.
Yep.
Because I look exactly like him. If you guys don't know, I'm ripped. I'm sexy. I'm blonde.
Yeah, totally.
I'm Stephen Amell, but I'm actually Stephen Amell III. But I don't know if I'd either be him or I'd be like, I don't even know, to be honest. Probably him or someone from like Game of Thrones, just because I don't know. I feel like it'd be that or like Lord of the Rings. That's just who I like to dress up as. I want to live in medieval times.
Yep.
I think it'd be amazing. What about you, though? Who are you going to be? Even though I already know, but I'm excited for you to tell people.
I'm going to be Captain Jack Sparrow. That was a terrible impression, but yeah, I'm working on it.
So this means that you're going to have to drink rum from starting tomorrow all the way till Wednesday and not stop to get in part.
And also not take a shower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what are you doing, though, to get in part? Didn't you, like, watch videos?
So for a couple of days last week, I just looked up like best Jack Sparrow quotes on YouTube and just put it on repeat on like loop and just had that play like over and over for hours in my ears.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Is that what you were doing on like Thursday or something when you were like, I'm working on something? Was it just you practicing your Jack Sparrow lines?
No. That was something else.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's but didn't you also like look up his like choreography too to see how he like walks and stuff?
I did that.
Joe's like
I did that once, yeah, but like his walk is easy to do. It's the run is the fun one though.
You have to flail your arms, right?
Pretty much, and he sort of like bobs his head a little bit too.
Yeah, I actually watched the 5th one recently, the newest one with Janelle, and it wasn't like amazing, but like because me and you saw it in theaters, but it was still pretty funny. Like I still laughed a lot, honestly. They're all pretty good, I feel like, but I don't know. I just realized that this podcast this is Halloween edition, so I didn't even realize that because this is gonna be out one day before Halloween. But
yeah,
dang, what if I was the monkey or something?
The monkey's name is also Jack.
I know, that's the ironic thing.
One of my favorite things about that whole franchise is like a running gag between Jack and Will. Jack always refers to Will as a eunuch. That's EUNICH. And a eunuch is someone who's been castrated early in life.
Oh my gosh.
So like he's from the very first movie all the way like up to like the latest one, he always refers to him as a eunuch.
I know, I've noticed that, but why? Like, why does he do it? Just cause?
So in the first one, when like they first meet and like they're fighting and stuff, he's like, while they're fighting, he's like taunting Will about how like, you need to find yourself a girlfriend, mate. And then he's like, oh, perhaps the reason you haven't found yourself a girl is because you've already found one, and otherwise incapable of wooing said strong person. And then he's like,
oh my gosh.
And then he's like, you're not a eunuch, are you?
Yeah, I remember that line. That was a classic one.
And then from there, they just continue fighting, and then he just keeps taunting him.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I remember that. I saw the first Pirates of the Caribbean when I was in like 6th grade, I'm pretty sure.
I think it's on Netflix. They need to add the third one.
No, it is. It is on Netflix. The 5th one's on Netflix.
Yeah, the first, second, and 5th one are on Netflix right now.
That's so random.
I know, like, and
What?
What's even more random, they had the second one before the first one.
That's
so they had like 2 and 5, and then like last month or September maybe or August, something like that, they're like, oh yeah, let's add the first one now. I'm like, what about the third one?
Yeah, that makes no sense at all. That's interesting. Well, so you're doing Jack Sparrow, and you've gotten to part, and last year he was the Flash.
Yep.
And because he is Barry Allen.
Yep.
Or Baron View, whatever we like to call it.
Barry
There's a
Allen.
resource in Destiny that
Bow.
Barry on Bow. We just call it Barry Allen because I don't know how to pronounce it, and I have like 1,000 of it. So
yeah, I have over 1,000.
It's ridiculous, but yeah. So this is Halloween edition. Thank you guys for the watching of the last one. We saw Sean. You commented and talked about the Grand Champion, and so that was nice. I forgot about that line now. Buy Azura, buy Azura, buy Azura. No, but that literally, that line is great. The one he put in the comments about I can't remember. Sean can like say it perfectly, but hey, Sean, how are you? Anyways, but yeah, guys, thanks for that. And
Oblivion is such a meme.
Wait, what?
I said Oblivion is such a meme.
Oblivion is really a meme.
What was that expansion called? Like the Shimmering Isles, right?
It's
Shimmering.
It's
Isles,
shivering.
right?
It's Shivering Isles.
Shivering.
Yeah.
Is it Shivering or Shimmering? Hold on, I want to look it up real quick.
I'm pretty sure it's Shivering Isles.
Oblivion. Oh yeah, it's Shivering Isles. Okay, you're right.
Yeah. So that's.
I love the.
That
dude
was a
on
good.
that.
Wait, which dude?
Like, there's like that small island with like the big gate on it or whatever. I think I haven't remember. I haven't played it in years. But like, you like talk to him. He's like, "You can't see me. You can't see me. Not even he. No one can see me."
Oh my god!
I love
that's
that
amazing.
guy.
Honestly, like Oblivion, I know you never really played it besides the sewers.
Yeah.
But Oblivion is really, really fun. I know we talked about that before, but like I actually really enjoyed that game. And you're right. The whole game is literally a meme. Like the skooma thing, and then there's like the Lusty Argonian Maid book or whatever.
Oh yeah, those are in Skyrim too. Those are great.
Yeah, those are in ESO too. Which shout out to ESO. If anyone watching plays Elder Scrolls Online, I think it's a great game. I don't currently subscribe right now just because I'm playing Destiny and other games, but yeah, Elder Scrolls Online is really good. But yeah, Oblivion is just Oblivion was so many like childhood like early high school memories of me that I should not have been playing a mature game. I know, she's
Skooma
wild.
Lady is a freaking con artist. I remember watching Sean play, and he's probably spent like an hour, maybe 2 hours, trying to get a bottle of skooma for this old freaking lady. And he's like, all right, dude, this is going to be like the best like reward ever. And she gave him like leather shoes.
Oh my god.
He like went through like hell and back to get a bottle of skooma. And then like, she's like, here's some leather shoes.
Yeah, she is a con artist. I remember two things. One, Sean's sister was like really effing good at alchemy in that game in Oblivion, and I could not. I was like an idiot and couldn't figure out the freaking formulas for like potions. But in Oblivion, I'm pretty sure you eat the ingredients to learn it, so you can like consume the ingredients to like learn what each thing
like
does.
I think it's like that in Skyrim, but you can also just like use things in alchemy, and that also tell you like what they
Yeah.
can do.
Well, because in Elder Scrolls, it's not like that. You have to actually like figure it out. You can't just consume it. You have to like trial and error and learn the traits. But I remember she would make all these ridiculous potions, and I was like, what the heck? I just like focused on like archery and like
Yeah, I never dabbled with like like alchemy or like
it's very
enchantments
profitable
or anything like that.
It's very profitable. But the other thing though in Skyrim, I remember the funniest thing I ever did, I think, or I just felt like it was funny at the time, was at the beginning of the game when you go to I think it's where, because it's like all the Jarls, so it's like one of the first towns. It's like it's not the very first one where like there's like that mill.
You're talking about
but
Skyrim,
it's
right?
Yeah, Skyrim. It's the second one where it's like the first Jarl that you meet, and it's like
Whiterun?
that's Whiterun. So you go into Whiterun, and I remember there's like these Alakir warriors there, and they're like. Yeah, they like come there and they're like at the gate, and it's like a quest, and you can like choose whether you're gonna side with like them or like, because they're looking for this
they're
woman.
looking for a lady,
Yeah, this woman, and like she's like hiding in one of the inns, and you can like choose. So I always like every time I would just like not go with the Alakir, I would just go with the woman, and I would like go to their hideout, kill their leader. But one time I remember like loading in, and they were just standing there, and I was like, I'm just going to commit murder. And like, I just like literally just start destroying these Alakir. And like, I think I saved, and I just had like a bounty. And like every time they saw me, like the Alakir would like attack me with their scimitars.
That's good.
Or some people call them scimitars.
Their scimitars are amazing though.
Like they look cool, but they're not good though, right? Aren't they?
No,
like
they're pretty good for like early and mid game.
Oh really? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Because they were like steel when I was playing, but I didn't see any other sort of good ones. But did they just do a lot of damage or something?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I remember that mission though, because the first time I did it, I sided with the woman, and I think I got to like the point where it's like I like escorted her to their base or something, or like I just went to their base and I was like, oh yeah, I'll totally bring her to you, and I just tried to murder them all instead, and I got wrecked. So I'm like, okay, that didn't work.
I'd always just go to their base and just like kill them. But Skyrim was a lot harder than Oblivion, and because like you couldn't sprint backwards, like with like you didn't have like infinite quad muscles, and you couldn't like just skip, like literally you couldn't. So like archery, or what did they call it? There was archery. I think it was archery.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that like how you did in Oblivion, but yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, Skyrim, it's just so many memories. I also remember Sean and Schnee singing the Skyrim theme song when it came out, like, and when we were in high school, like senior year.
Sang it.
They started sounding like the Nords, and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are such nerds. Like, what are you guys doing? Exactly. Yeah. No. Exactly. It's just great. That should be our intro.
No. Negative. That's right there.
Dang it, why not?
Copyright.
Okay. Well, if you guys have any suggestions for our intro music, just let us know. And even though we do have good taste in music, so we'll figure it out probably. But we just, you just never know. But
we're never going to figure this out.
We are. It's just gonna be Joe's endless beatboxing. That's gonna be terrible for everyone's ears. But yeah, so let's get into some of the meat of what we were going to talk about, which is the triggering of 1995 and
2018. But okay.
So Joe, please enlighten us on why you're triggered right now.
So I'm not triggered now. I'm actually like calmed down now. But I was playing Destiny before this podcast. I was playing some Gambit, and I'm like, I'm just gonna like, because I had some bounties that I need to do, and it was basically just complete a match of Gambit. I'm like, okay, cool, no big deal. So I did. And half of this is like triggered, but half of this is like I'm okay with it. So like we load in, it's like the room where like you get to look at the enemy team before you get teleported off to the actual like battlefield. And right before we get teleported off, 3 of the 4 enemy team leave. So it's a 4v1 now. And then by the time we get to the main, like to like our vault, to like where you dunk moats, the 4th guy leaves, so we automatically win. But for whatever, so that was like nice. It was like sweet, completed those bounties like super quickly. It took like 2 minutes. But Then it kept me in the end game screen for like 5 minutes, and I couldn't escape it for whatever reason.
Interesting.
So that was annoying. Like, I thought about like restarting the game too. I'm like, no, because maybe it'll just like eventually go. And like, I have like an old PS4, so like it's not the fastest machine, and I feel like if I just wait, it'll like eventually kick me back to orbit, which it did after like a couple minutes. But yeah, so that was the start of it, kind of. But then the real trigger happens when I decide to play Crucible, and I play doubles, and I'm not doing so well, and matchmaking isn't great. So the first the first offense of this is when I go into doubles, and that's basically 2v2, and it put me into a game that was already in progress. So I'm like, fine, whatever. It's like the score is 1-1, like it's tied, no big deal. And so I load in, and then I die immediately because it's like, fine, whatever. And then I can't respawn. And in doubles, you're supposed to be able to respawn after like 3 seconds, or like it'll automatically respawn you after 3 seconds of dying, or being dead rather. And then instead it was saying you have to wait for your ally to revive you. But in doubles, you can't revive your allies because they just respawn automatically. So the whole round was a freaking 1v2 while I was just sitting there dead, freaking like getting really annoyed. And then, so the next round finally loads. This is the last round. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to just like go to town on these two guys that are like beating us right now. And I'm unable to like kill any of them, but I get them really low. And meanwhile, my teammate just sort of like sits in the back and doesn't really push up. Like I get always one of them is like always really low. I kill them maybe like once or twice, but like usually like they get away or like they kill me before I can kill them. So they're always like really low, but he never pushes up to like take advantage of that. And then I'm always the one dying for it. And then we lose the round. I'm like, ugh. So that tilted me more. And then the next game after that was just like another bad teammate, or it was just like bad luck or something. I don't know. It was like a mix of everything.
Bad luck, Brian.
Pretty much, yeah. Whose name is like Mark.
That's so funny.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Now he's selling burgers at McDonald's. Well, not at McDonald's, for McDonald's.
Oh
Anyways, yeah, so like I had just some more bad games. I was getting killed from shotguns from ridiculous ranges in like one shot. I freaking like popped my super, which is supposed to make you a lot harder to kill, and then got killed by one shotgun shot, which was freaking bogus. And just, yeah, just it was a bad time. So
the moral of the story that I hear is that you missed me in doubles, because if I was there, we would have won.
Maybe.
But no, that does sound really annoying, and I have multiple points to make that I'm going to go on to the triggering of this. But so there's been a lot of stuff on like the Reddit page where they're talking about like that people should like, they need to, first of all, there's a lot of people saying now they're finally like, yes, Nova Warp is OP, and I'm like, yes, obviously Nova Warp is stupid. Like Nova Warp is a super in the game that pretty much you just can't beat. Like I saw this dude's post, it was literally like, it said, so whoever doesn't play Destiny isn't going to get this, and I apologize, but I'm just going to say it anyways. But it was like, it classified all the supers. He was like Storm Trance, no, it was like Arc Strider, Sentinel Shield, the just like 5 of the other supers. It was like Runaway. It was like what did it say? It was like jump around and jump away from. It was like all the ones that have like an AoE smash effect or something,
right.
You know,
Ones
like just things like that.
Like close range, basically.
Yeah, and then it was like Hammer of Soul, Dawnblade, and in parentheses it said ding, because like that's what it sounds like, you know, when someone activates. Yeah. It's like run the F away. It's like get the F out of there.
Yeah. And
then the last one was or the second to last one was Shadow Shot and like Night Stalker. It was just like kill them, because those are so easy to kill. Like you don't have to do anything. And then the last one was like Nova Warp. It's like just accept that you're gonna die and just wait for the sweet embrace of death. Yeah, and it's like it's much. So true, because literally you can't. There's like nothing you can do. Like it's the most broken thing I've ever seen in a single video game ever. Like I've never seen something that's just so one-sided. It heals when it kills you. It kills you through walls. It lasts forever, and it can get around the map. Like like I'm pretty sure they're gonna nerf something, which is good. Like they don't have to nerf the whole super. Like all they have to do is nerf the time or like nerf some of like the damage and stuff. But like yeah, so but there's been a lot of people saying that they need to tweak little things in the super because it's been very inconsistent. Because like I saw a video, dude, where because you were playing. Wait, what?
Has it though?
No, things have been inconsistent
With that super?
No.
Oh, with
like
supers in general?
things with supers in general have been like super inconsistent because like so you were playing Sentinel Shield, right?
Yeah.
With that. Okay, so there was a guy who posted a video on Reddit that was using the Chaperone, I think, and a Sentinel Shield rushed him. He shot him with Chaperone. It didn't even knock down the Sentinel Shield's shield. And then the guy went into Night Stalker, like the new one, the Spectral Blades, and hit him like twice, and he didn't die. And Sentinel Shield hit him like once and instantly killed him. So like it's weird because for you got one shot by a shotgun in your super, and for that dude, he didn't even. And the dude literally like he like slowed it down. He hit him like in the head, and it didn't even take the guy's shield down from Sentinel Shield. And so it's weird. There's just a lot of inconsistencies that like I think Bungie is going to work on. But I think a lot of it, though, is connection and stuff. I think some people just have such trash connection. And I think sometimes it kind of F's like us over in a sense because
I don't know.
Me and Joe have gotten a lot better at Crucible in Destiny, I think, at least. Like we're actually like usually we're always like top of the team. And like that's got to mean something, I guess, because like if we're always in the top of the team, that means that either we're above the curve, you know, of the players, or everyone's just terrible and we're just like kind of mediocre. But like there's definitely, I think, connection issues because I don't know if there's like dedicated servers or not. Like I'm not sure if there's dedicated servers. Do you know if there is?
No idea.
Okay, because if there's not, that could be a problem. But yeah, I think a lot of it is just there's some inconsistencies that I think they're looking at. So they're trying to. They had like a summit with like Professor Broman, who's gonna give them feedback from like things he's heard. So they're gonna try to like tweak some things. But I think PvP is really fun, but it can be super triggering for sure in the game. But freaking Gambit though, don't even start on Gambit. Like Gambit. I'm not even frustrated with Bungie on this. I'm just frustrated that I can't have a team that's good. Like, recently though, I've been winning more Gambit matches, which is nice. But I'm the Gambit player that likes to sit back and shoot enemies. I don't usually bank a lot of motes. I just let my teammates get them, and then I invade and like kill the other team. But it's a problem when my other teammates are trying to do the same thing, or they just don't know what they're doing, and that's frustrating. But that's not really Bungie's fault. I just think that people don't know how to play Gambit, which they should because
I
there's
think
a
it
guide.
would be nice if Bungie added a way or like an alert or something to let people know, hey, you have max motes. You can go bank now, or like you need to go bank.
It
now.
does. It says it. It says it.
It doesn't like. It doesn't.
I know it's
really
not very prominent.
say it though. Like it's just there.
It's not prominent.
In like faintly flashing small font white text. So like they need to add like an alarm clock or like have Drifter yell at you saying,
you just like blow
go
up or
bank
something.
those motes or something.
You just like blow up if you don't bank them.
Because my biggest problem is like people they'll get 15 motes, like they'll just hoard motes and they just stay there. They don't bank them. It's like you're wasting like so much time and like potential for us winning this game. So
yeah, people just like aren't efficient. But that would be actually really funny if like you had a timer and if you didn't bank 15 motes in time, you just blew up.
That
like
would be interesting, but not very
I mean,
welcoming.
Yeah, probably not. But I just Gambit is just a very interesting thing. But funny thing, should we tell them about what happened this week in Gambit, or should we wait till later when we talk about? Because I know you have something to talk about with Spider-Man.
You can tell them.
Cool.
I mean, why don't we just talk about like the best things of the week or whatever you call it every podcast?
Yeah, it's called the
best moments
the
in
lag.
gaming or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I had a question to ask you after this though. Well, first I want to ask you first before we talk about that. So what is the thing that's triggered you the most in a video game that you can remember?
There's a lot of things that have triggered me in video games.
I know. That's why I think this is
Like,
great.
I remember back on like the Nintendo 64 playing Donkey Kong 64 when I was like 8. Parts of that triggered me as a kid. Like,
Oh my God.
I remember this. It was like I wasn't even like in school like at the time. It was like summer break or something maybe. I don't know how old I was exactly either, but like I was old enough to where I had the Nintendo 64 and Donkey Kong 64. And in Donkey Kong 64, there are like these challenge barrels that you have to like complete to get a golden banana.
Yeah.
That's like the main currency for the game. And one of the challenges is like you have to complete like this maze, but there's a time limit. There are enemies on the maze who can only see in front of them in like a cone. So like if they see you, you lose. Then there are also spotlights, and if they spot you, then like you lose. So kind of tough, especially for like a young whippersnapper like I was.
Young whippersnapper.
So like,
oh my God.
I kept doing it. Like I was trying to do it and I couldn't. And my mom made me and my sister popcorn for a snack. It's amazing how much of this I remember. And this was back when I lived.
How do you remember this? This is exactly what Sean said. He said he always remembers some of the most obscure things.
And this was back when I lived in Pennsylvania too. So like my mom made us popcorn for a snack, and I like freaking, who doesn't love popcorn? So like I devoured that. Now my hands are all greasy from the popcorn. So now whenever I tried to do the maze, my fingers would slip off the joystick on the Nintendo 64 controller. So then I would mess up, and I was just getting so mad. And then my mom.
Please tell me you yelled at your mom. Please tell me you yelled at your mom.
No, I didn't. I kept yelling at like the game or the controller. I never blame myself because it's never my fault.
Exactly,
but
it's never your
fault. So then
my
mom tried to clean off my hands. That still wasn't enough. And then she offered to play it for me. I don't know if I actually let her because I'm kind of stubborn when it comes to things like that. Eventually I did beat it, but like it took like 20 minutes of like rage. So
instead of mom's spaghetti, it's mom's popcorn.
Now I want some popcorn after this podcast.
I know, right? That sounds really good. I might go drink my lime seltzer water too. But anyways, yeah, so I think, guys, if we ever can get a live clip of Joe getting triggered, it's some of the best stuff you'll ever see.
Just freaking go to my Twitch. Like, seriously.
Yeah, go to his Twitch and watch some of his highlights or his VODs. Yeah. It's great. It's some family-friendly entertainment. It actually is family-friendly.
Yeah, because I don't curse.
Yeah. It's pretty funny, but I don't know. The most triggered I think I get the game that triggers me the most. Let me ask you that, because I know the game that triggers me the most. Okay. But I want you to guess it. What game do you think triggers me the most? Because you probably can't guess this, but you probably think you know, but you probably can't guess it.
Well, I would say Destiny and Destiny 2 probably trigger me the most. I don't think that's what triggers you the most, though.
Wait, so why does Destiny... So League of Legends doesn't trigger you the most? Like, nothing like that?
No, because League is fairly balanced, and, like, they don't really have too many bugs, unlike freaking Destiny, where, oh, you died, you need your teammate to revive you, but it's, I
haven't seen that, like, ever, though.
It's really
so, like,
annoying.
That's pretty rare.
Yeah, but...
That's really rare, though. Yeah. I think, though, with Destiny is... I feel like the PvP, they definitely tested it some, but I feel like a lot of it, they're just like, all right, let's just throw this in the game and let's just see what happens. Because it's just like, it's a very interesting take on PvP, because it is. Like, I don't think a lot of games have something like Destiny's PvP, because you, like, use your armor that, like, it's different than, like, ESO, I guess, in a sense, and it's different than World of Warcraft, because, like, I don't know, it's just, there's not, it's an MMO, but, like, you're not, you don't have classes that necessarily, like, there's not loadouts, I guess, that necessarily put you in a PvP loadout. Like, there are some that are definitely better for PvP, but, like, I don't know, I just feel like in World of Warcraft and, like, ESO, like, there's, like, certain things you do in PvP, and there's certain things that you don't do in PvP, and it's, like, a specific, like, thing. I don't know. I just feel like Destiny is you kind of just bring your, I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Great talk. Not really, no.
Yeah, great. This is a great TED talk.
So, question. Is the game that triggers you the most a video game, or is it like a real-life game?
Oh, no, it's a video game.
Okay, because I was going to say...
Well, yeah, I was talking about video game. I mean, what were you going to say if it wasn't?
Because if it wasn't, I was going to say like Magic the Gathering or something, but...
The Magic doesn't. I mean, Magic doesn't really trigger me that much. Like I can get triggered in Magic,
like maybe
but
like
it's
in
not.
draft or something.
Yeah, like it's mainly a lot of times I get triggered. It's just like when you get really bad luck is
Yeah.
when you kind of get triggered.
Okay,
So. But yeah, video game. What video game do you think triggers me the most?
I want to say like it's not Destiny, is it?
No, it's
Okay,
not Destiny.
I didn't think it's so.
Destiny doesn't trigger me really too much.
I would probably
Except for when I die in Shattered Throne.
I would probably say FIFA.
Damn it, dude! How did you freaking guess that?
Because I know you.
But I just didn't think you would like guess that because like I probably mentioned it before, but
I mean, it's
FIFA.
FIFA. Like
FIFA triggers me so much.
FIFA
like,
triggers every like 12-year-old who has it.
But yeah, I know I am a 12-year-old. No, I just like FIFA is so it hurts my body to play that game sometimes because I get so mad at the AI in that game. They are idiots. Like if you ever want to play a game with AI that have the dumbest code ever or the most like broken code, just play FIFA. It's like I don't even get mad at playing other players. Like I don't play other players a lot of times. Like even when I play against my friends, I don't get triggered against my friends. I get triggered at my teammates that are computers. I'm just like it's literally the worst. Like but I love it and I'm actually really decent at FIFA in my opinion. Now I'm not like freaking Twitch pro leagues like over here. Like they have like literally professional FIFA leagues now. And like competitions, it's crazy. Like I think that's wild.
You know what's crazy to me?
What?
So the League of Legends World Finals like tournament and championship is like happening and stuff. Last night was like the last semifinal, or I guess this morning was the last semifinal match, and so I was watching a few of them, and freaking they have like actual sponsorships now. Like you would see them like football or like baseball or whatever. Like we bring you the play of the game brought to you by MasterCard or whatever. It's like, what?
Yeah, I know, dude. It's insane.
And it's like, let's kick it back to the State Farm analyst desk. I'm like, what the heck, dude? We got car insurance now?
No, right? No, like, dude,
it's insane.
It's kind of funny because... So it's funny because I was actually going to ask you about another topic that's actually this exact topic. But first thing I do before I ask you that, what's it called? So yeah, Friday night, I was at my parents' house with Janelle. Like we were going because we went to homecoming for Campbell or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we were at my parents' house, and we watched the first Star Wars movie, like the like with like Phantom Menace, and I was talking about, I was like, I know people hate these movies. I know they do, but I don't think they're that bad, okay? And I'm definitely, that's not a popular opinion, but I freaking love the Phantom Menace, dude. Jar Jar Binks is such a troll.
I know.
Anakin reminds me of you because he, like, talks to himself all the time. So, like, it's so funny. Like I think it's a hilarious movie, and I just think it's great. But, so... I was literally just like thinking of you during Jar Jar Binks' lines because like about all the like conspiracy theories or like theories with him and stuff. But like
Jar Jar Binks.
Oh my gosh, you should have been him for Halloween, dude.
Oh my god,
that'd have been great. But anyways, so I'm watching that, and then afterwards, and it's only like 11 it's like 11 o'clock at night, and they're like, it's on TBS, and they're like, all right, next Call of Duty Black Ops 4 like championship, like this charity thing they're doing or whatever. It's like a $250K charity thing, and it was these two teams playing against each other, and they were like, you know, some COD players and professional players or whatever, and they played like 5 game modes, and it was literally on TBS. I'm like, what the heck? Like these guys are like
TBS
going.
Does
I'm like,
a lot of that.
I was like, this is crazy. Like I don't know. I just think that's wild. Like I don't know. I'm just blown away by it.
Yeah, TBS will do video games. I think ESPN might be starting, and then I think one of the Disney channels, because they have like 17 different Disney channels. I think it was like
Disney pre 5-year-old,
Disney XD or something like that. I think they had a tournament going on too at some point.
Interesting.
But yeah, like it's cool how it's like slowly leaking in to like mainstream, and like you actually have like these sponsors like State Farm and MasterCard and stuff like actually throwing money to help these events and stuff.
They should have the State Farm commercial.
Which is hilarious to me because it's like brought to you by State Farm. It's like we know you're all like 15-year-olds playing League of Legends and can't actually afford car insurance, but just in case.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, and it's funny because like they should run that State Farm commercial with the guy at the cat, like the guy, like his wife. He's Jake. Like, well, he sounds, he's like, she sounds hideous. No, yeah, it's just crazy to me. What was I gonna tell you? Gosh, I just lost my train of thought. You're telling me something. I don't remember. I do that a lot, guys. That's I just think I have memory loss sometimes, which is not good. But no, it's kind of wild. But I know what I was gonna say. So yeah, I think the gaming business, it was worth like, I don't know, it did something like hundreds of millions of dollars or something like that, and like last year it like went up to like 800 or 900. It was like 400 before, and so I feel like ESPN's going to start to get on this train because it's like they're seeing that it's like super, like it's almost it's not getting as big as sports yet. It will, I think, but that's actually something I was going to ask you about because what is your opinion on professional gaming, not content creation, because that's a totally different thing, but professional gaming, because a lot of people, like, I know a lot of kids now, especially ones that go to like my church and stuff, like a lot of them want to be like content creators and on YouTube. Like I know they did like a survey I was reading that something about a lot of kids dream about being content creators now when they're like older instead of being like doctors and lawyers and stuff like that, which is kind of interesting, I think, to me, and funny. But so professional gaming though is definitely different. And I remember when I was in high school and I was playing Call of Duty, and that was like the big time of Call of Duty. I tried to join like a professional clan, and they had like practice like twice a week, like for like 2 hours, and you played like a game mode and all this other stuff. And man, like people don't understand like the amount of time that goes into professional gaming. And like people think like, I want to be a professional gamer, but dude, it gets so boring. Like if you had to play Call of Duty, like I could definitely play some Call of Duty, but playing Call of Duty for like 6 hours a day, practicing, doing the same thing, like not just content creating. Content creating at least is a little more fun because like you get to you don't have to like, you're not so serious about it. I guess it's not a competition.
With your audience.
Right. So I don't know. What is your opinion on it? Because did you ever consider like doing professional gaming or doing like professional league?
I tried.
Because like
I tried to be a GoPro in league, but like I could never get good enough to even like join a team.
What do you mean?
Like, so I never tried to ever like join a team. I just tried to like climb the ranks of like solo queue, and I only ever got as high as like platinum 4, I think, which isn't even that high because it goes like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond,
what division, baby?
Masters, challenger, and like to get into masters and challenger is like super hard.
Don't you have to be like top 100 in the world or something to be like a challenger?
Challengers like. Well, Challenger's divided into like regions and stuff, so it's like top 250 or something like that, and that's usually where like all the pros are. But like I tried to get good in league and go pro, but never happened. But I would like, so in season 2, that's when like league started to really kick off, and that's like when they had like their first actual big world tournament, and the prize was like $5 million or something like that. That's when I started to watch a bunch of like pro like gameplay and like tournament matches and streamers and stuff, and I'm like, okay, this, and like I learned from them, so like that was really nice, and I like that about pros because like you don't ever see that with like football players. Like they're never like, they can't really like stream like what they're doing, or same with like baseball players or like actual like I guess physical sports. But like with video games, you can actually like make videos and stream it and like answer questions in real time and stuff, and like demonstrate what you're saying. So it's not just like, oh, how do I hit a baseball? It's like, well, you swing the bat horizontally at a slight vertical angle, and then you just have to time it right. Like rather than just explaining that, you can actually show that in like a video game.
Right.
But like, yeah, it's like you were saying, like pro gamers, like they put in work. Like people think, oh, they're just playing video games and they're not doing anything with their lives. Like, yes, but to be fair, they're putting
Yes.
like they are playing video games, but like they're doing it. They're practicing for like 6 to 8 hours, like 5 days a week, pretty much, in the same game, doing like the same things, playing the same characters. So like, it's pretty incredible how like tenacious some League of Legends players are, because like they only practice and master like a handful of champions out of like the 100 and like what 40 champions that there are, something like that.
I have no idea.
It's close to that, I think. But yeah, like it's crazy. And then after that, they stream like just them playing in solo queue, like goofing off, having fun. It's insane.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, because I remember like my mom, like I couldn't do it because I was like in high school, or in like early college or whatever, and like my mom was like, we have to go to our relatives, and I'm like, yeah, I get that. I guess I can't really have Call of Duty practice right now. But like I don't know. I'm serious.
I love
like,
the impression of your mom. We have to go to your relatives.
I know, like I just remember, like I was like, I felt like I was pretty good because I was on the team or whatever. Like we were. It was. I'm trying to remember the clan name for Call of Duty. I can't remember, but like I remember that you just had to like make a practice, 2 practices a week or something.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting, but I don't know. For me, when it comes to professional gaming, though, Call of Duty seems really boring to watch. Like I don't really find Call of Duty actually that interesting. And I think that like I think I'm pretty good at Call of Duty, and I think I could eventually do that if I wanted to. I don't think I definitely wouldn't be the best, but I think I could be pretty decent at it. But like I'm just being serious. I've played it a lot, and like I am not a bad Call of Duty player, and I feel like if I was on a good team, like I feel like I could do a decent job. I'm not saying we would win a lot of tournaments, but I think I could make a team of some guys I know, and like I feel like we could hold our own or whatever. But like it's not, that game is like, it's so fast paced.
Yeah.
That sometimes like when you watch like the professional footage or like shoutcasting and stuff, it's so like hard to kind of keep up because people are dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, it's like watching speedball, like when you watch paintball.
Dude, shout out
like,
to like video game casters. Like those guys are freaking insane, especially in games like League of Legends where it's like 5v5 and every person has 4 abilities they can use and then 2 summoner spells and 6 items, and like there's so much crap that goes on, like, and it's incredible how they keep up with all the action.
No, yeah. And so that's what I was going to say though, because I don't find Call of Duty very entertaining to watch professionally.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Search and Destroy is really boring. In my opinion, like literally it's not, I just like to go in a Call of Duty and scrub on nubs. Like that's literally all I like to do. You know, like I like to go in and get like an AC-130 and just get mass kills. I mean, literally that's what I like to do.
What
but
a throwback.
So I know, right? AC-130 above. Yeah, but like, so my point being is, I was kind of curious what you think is like a very interesting professional game to watch, because I think I don't like League. I'm not a big League fan,
Mm-hmm.
but League of Legends is actually, I think, more interesting to watch than Call of Duty because it's slower in a sense. Like it builds up and you can kind of see stuff.
There's more strategy
like,
to it.
Right,
not
yeah,
that
exactly.
There's not strategy to like Call of Duty, but there's not a whole lot there.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why I feel like League's more fun to watch, but I'm trying to think of another game that's like really fun to watch professionally. I think Rocket League would be pretty cool to watch professionally. FIFA's kind of cool because it's literally watching soccer on a video game.
I think
like it literally is.
What's it called? Rainbow Six Siege. That's probably a good one.
Yeah, that's probably good. Do you remember my video that I made, the shoutcasting video?
The what?
Of Rainbow Six. The shoutcasting video I made of Rainbow Six Siege,
Yeah.
where I photoshopped my face on the thumbnail.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I was
You you did an okay job of that.
I think I did oh yeah, and then I don't think we posted it, but remember when we did the League of Legends shoutcast and we did terrible. Like it was so hard. I tried to shoutcast you. No, we never posted it. But I remember trying to shoutcast you, and I didn't know what was going on.
Maybe
at all.
Maybe that was.
It was That was at my house. I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
my
know
parents'
if
house.
I don't know
Remember?
if that was an actual shoutcasting video. I think that was me doing a let's play, and then you just like trying to commentate in the background. Because
Oh
we
yeah,
were
that's
at your
right.
house because I couldn't record PC, so we played on your Mac.
Oh yeah, that was
God,
really interesting. And you hated my
I
keyboard.
hated it so much, and then the mouse. Oh my god.
Well, I don't have that. I mean, I have that keyboard now. Oh no, I don't have that. I still have the keyboard and the mouse, but I have a gaming keyboard and gaming mouse now. But yeah, that was hilarious. I remember like, "Where's the command button?" or something.
Because I'm used to using it with my pinky because it's in the bottom left for a normal computer keyboard, but for Macs it's like I have to use my thumb because it's like next to the space bar. I'm like, what the frick is this? So and then like there was one time I freaking pressed the wrong button and used my ultimate like out of nowhere on nothing.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
I
all
remember
right,
that.
well there goes that.
Yeah, I remember that. That's actually really funny.
Yeah.
So side note, I'm gonna join a professional Call of Duty team now. No, I'm just kidding. But I've been very good, but I think I might break and I might buy Call of Duty soon because dude, it looks so fun.
I know what I'm
like oh my gosh. Shout out to Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
But Rip Chester. Anyways,
Don't forget.
so I'm thinking about buying it, and I know you probably hate me for doing that, but I want to like play the multiplayer so bad because it looks so good. I know it's good because I've seen people play.
I'm guessing you'd get it on PS4.
Yeah, I wouldn't get it on PC because I can't use. Why would you play on PC?
If it was on PC, so I don't think I'll get it. But
No, it is on PC.
No, I know. I'm saying the only way I would play it is if it is on, or if I did get it on PC. But since you wouldn't be, then I probably won't get it. Not that I was really deciding to get it or not, anyways. But yeah.
No, I gotcha. I'm just terrible at mouse and keyboard, and I don't know. I just feel like I would play on PS4 more, but I was thinking about it. I'm probably gonna get it just to have to play like on my own or something when like you're doing like something or like Fallout or something like that, or like Kingdom Hearts. Because finally we have a game now that we both play, which is Destiny. Like before we went like a year. No, yeah, but we went like a year where we didn't have like a game besides like No Man's Sky for like 2 months or whatever and everything, where we were playing games together because like we were playing separate games because Destiny 2 was not good in its first year, so we didn't play it, which kind of sucked. But now we have Destiny, which is nice, so we have that to play with each other, especially with like the new expansions when they come out and stuff, or the DLCs. But when you're like playing some of your other games, like I was probably gonna like eventually play like Call of Duty or something, because dude, it looks like the classic Black Ops multiplayer. It's got like classic maps. I'm just like, oh my gosh. But I don't know, I'll think about it, but I don't think I'm gonna get it on PC just because like I would get absolutely annihilated. and I have a Mac, like, and so I know you can put your controller in and stuff, but I'd have to probably get like third party stuff. So like that's why I'm still saving up for my computer, my gaming computer, and then I'll start making the transition because I want to get Fallout, which comes out very soon.
Beta's in 2 days,
dude. I've been hearing like a lot of like interesting feedback though. Like there's been a lot of people I think that haven't liked it, so I'm concerned. Like I don't know. I'm kind of scared. Like I've just seen people say that, but I know there's people that have liked it. So obviously you just have to play it to see if you like it. But so I'm not gonna be able to get it obviously when it launches because I'm not gonna have my PC then. But I will get it eventually, and I will play it with you, Sean, and Trevor, and Simon. But are you excited for it though? Like, do you think it'll be good?
I hope so. Because I pre-ordered it, so it's kind of too late. Well, I guess it's
good,
not
scrub.
that late, but whatever. But like, I think even if it's not great, they'll probably like update it as like time goes by, and like it'll become better.
Yeah. No, I can see that. That's something I saw and I just thought was really interesting because they've never made a bad game, I feel like. So it's like if they make a bad game, it would be like kind of interesting to see how people reacted, because Bethesda has been so good at making games. They just seem like before. And it's funny because they always release unfinished games pretty much. Like they're always so like buggy kind of, but like people mod it and make it better. They let the community make their like half their game for them, and it's really funny though. So like people are scared because they already came out with a statement that said like this is going to be really buggy or something, and we have not tested out everything. So people are like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. But the other thing, though, I was going to say is Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. And I'm not going to be getting that anytime soon. But, like, it looks really, really cool. And I don't know. Did you ever play the first one?
No.
I didn't either. I didn't really know the hype around. I mean, it's like Grand Theft Auto for cowboys. But it apparently everyone, like, loves it or whatever. So, and apparently they have this thing in the game right now where you shoot off people's hats a lot. It's like it's not supposed to happen.
That's cool.
I don't think. Yeah, so people's hats keep popping off. But it actually looks really interesting. And I saw a guy that was following this murder, and the guy, like, hung this dude, like, on this railroad thing, and the guy ends up shooting the dude down. Like, he was already dead, but he shoots him down. He like shoots his arms, so he'll, like, his torso will fall down. So his torso falls down, and he just lassos his torso and just like trailed it behind him for like a little bit. He was like, I'm just gonna carry my this torso with me. I'm like, what? It's like you can do like anything or whatever, but I don't know. The game's like apparently really good, and everyone's like losing their minds over it. So I don't know. What do you think about it?
I don't know. I haven't really read or watched any of it. I'm curious to see if they come out with like I'm sure they would have announced this if they were. I don't know if they have or not. But like, so you know how there's like GTA Online? I wonder if there's going to be.
Oh,
like
there is. Oh, it's coming out in November.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that'll be interesting. But like, I don't really know anything about the game besides just like it's Red Dead Redemption. But yeah.
Yeah. No, they said so. Their multiplayer comes out, I think, in a month. And so it's like GTA Online, because I think GTA Online came out after the game came out or something like that. But yeah, so that's apparently the thing, and people are really excited about that because I guess it's similar to GTA. And I mean, it's made by the same people, obviously, but yeah. So I don't know. It looks interesting. I know Simon really likes it, and have you ever seen that meme with Tom Cruise like laughing a lot?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So there's like this, he put this meme in the chat, and it was like, when your girl wants to go out this weekend, and it's like the next pane is Tom Cruise laughing, and he's got like cowboy hats on. It's got like the Red Dead Redemption like game like logo like on it. It's just funny to me because like that came out Friday or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't buy a lot of games lately just because I'm trying to save money. But I definitely think I'm gonna get Call of Duty. But I don't think I'll get Red Dead, just because it's another game that I'm not going to beat. So it's like right now. So it's like I might as well not do that to myself.
Right.
But
so
I don't know.
So I'd like to throw this back to before you asked that question of like what triggers me the most or whatever, or like what game triggers me the most. Because we never actually went over like best play of the week or whatever you call it.
No, we definitely, we can do that now.
So I'm just, bringing it back a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like, I wanted to talk about this first.
I want to ask you this question before we do this. And then it just sort of turned into like...
We're talking about Red Dead Redemption.
It just sort of like went off long after we answered that question.
No, it's fine. Yeah, so we can talk about that now. Do you want to talk about yours first?
Yeah, sure. So I was playing Spider-Man, and I was trying to 100% it. And part of 100%ing Spider-Man is you have to like complete, 5 crimes committed by like different like factions. So there's like escaped prisoners, demons, Fisk's men, who is Kingpin, for those of you who like don't know who Kingpin's name is, and then there's Sable International, and they commit crimes too. So I was stopping escaped prisoners because they were holding this bus of people hostage because they want like to get off of New York, like the island of wherever Spider-Man is.
Oh my gosh,
I guess
Manhattan.
Yeah, it's Manhattan.
Wow, some Spider-Man fan you are, dude.
I was gonna say Manhattan. So like there's all these like criminals down like in the street, just standing on top of this bus, and they're like yelling at police, and they're like holding gunpoint to like some of the hostages, and like some people are like holding guns aimed at the police. And like you have like this back and forth between like the leader of like the gang, I guess, and then like the negotiator for the cops, which is funny because like you can actually listen to it, and it's like this sort of like cleverly written conversation where like it starts at point A and it keeps going, point B, C, D, and it eventually loops back to point A like seamlessly. So like it just loops over and over. It's like the same lines of dialogue, but like the way they did it is really good. Anyways, so if you just jump in immediately and like just start kicking butt, everyone starts shooting their guns. Like the cops, the prisoners, like they don't care. Everyone just opens fire. So like you can get shot by prisoners, you can get shot by cops, like doesn't matter. So it's very dangerous to do it that way, but there's no like real penalty other than that, like potentially getting shot and taking some extra damage. Because the hostages never actually die. But so I decided to do it stealthily this time. So I started we might be able to actually just like throw this picture up too for those watching on YouTube. But
yeah, we can.
So like I was doing it stealthily, and I was pulling all these like guys up one at a time and like perching them on the side of like this building. Cause I was just like standing on the roof of this building, and you can do like a stealth perch takedown where it's like you pull them up to you and then you like slap them to the wall with your webs. And what I would do is I just kept luring people over like the same spot, and just kept, I would just scooch over a little bit, cause you can't perch takedown in the same spot. It has to be like clear of like people. And I would just keep pulling these guys up and all that. So I eventually just like, as you can see from like the picture, I had like basically this whole line of like prisoners just like strewn across the building rooftop. And then
amazing.
I freaking turned it into a like a comic book cover as well for using photo mode. So like we can put that up too. But yeah. And then like it's funny because like when I went, I think I might have just like knocked out the last guy just because like he was the only one. But like even after like, so normally if you just like fight those kinds of like prisoners or whatever when they're taking people hostage, instead of doing like stealth takedowns, you just fight them and everyone starts opening fire. Once you finish it, the police will like yell at you being like, someone could have gotten hurt, Spider-Man, and blah, 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 blah. And so I'm like, okay, well, I just did this whole thing like stealthily. No one got hurt. There was no gunfire, nothing. They still yelled at me anyways. I was like, what do you mean?
Oh my gosh.
What the heck? They're like, we don't need you, Spider-Man. Let the professionals handle this. It's like, are you kidding me?
That's hilarious.
And then there was one time I did it. And the negotiator was like bugged. Where like he just kept like negotiating even though like there were no prisoners to negotiate with.
Oh my god.
He was like, we only want to help you. Do not like harm the hostages. Remain calm. We're having some trouble getting our things together or whatever. Like your requests together or whatever. But yeah. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
No,
awesome.
it just imagine guys, just a bunch of like cocoons around like a building.
Imagine like Christmas lights around like the roof of like a building, but instead of Christmas lights, they're prisoners.
Yeah, literally. Like I remember walking into his room. I hear him laughing. And this is actually after we recorded the podcast Sunday last week. I remember laughing. I remember hearing him laughing, and I'm like, what are you doing? I walk in, he's like laughing, and I see like 9 bodies like around this building, like hanging in a spider web. And I'm like, what the heck? Like this like the funniest thing, because it's funny that you can like just do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like the fact that you can just drag them up there and stuff. And then so yeah, we'll put the graphic on the screen because it's actually really funny. And the fact that you can like cartoonize it or whatever, or like make it a comic book. So you guys on YouTube can watch or can like see it actually. But that's funny. Mm-hmm. So I actually have 2.
Okay.
My first one's like a mini one. So I got on Tuesday as my daily gamer reward. I got the first Forsaken armor exotic that I've ever gotten in the game, which Bungie and them are actually going to be buffing this coming week. Actually, there's a patch on the 30th that's going to buff the Forsaken exotic rate and lower the duplication rate of exotics for the game, because apparently there's barely anyone in the game that's gotten some of the exotics like from the new expansion. And all the Forsaken armor exotics I've seen are absolutely ridiculous. Like they're so good. And so this one like lets you spam Blade Barrage, because every time you get a hit with if you guys are familiar, every time you get a hit with it or a kill, it recharges your super. And I got 2 kills in PvP, and it recharged my super like all the way. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So that was one thing. I got that as a drop. But the big thing, this is kind of for like me and Joe, but again, it was in Destiny. And if you guys play, there's this gun called Malfeasance, which is a hand cannon that only you can get if you can only get the quest in Gambit when a specific boss spawns called the butthole. They call it the butthole because it's this thing that literally looks like a giant butthole. We should put a graphic of that.
It's called
too.
the Ascendant Primeval Servitor.
Right. So it looks like a meatball. So people call it the meatball, the butthole, and all sort of stuff. The thing is, it doesn't spawn very often. It spawns when there's this curse on the city more, but it still doesn't spawn very often.
Yeah.
There's people that go like 75 games without it. And Gambit can last like 30 minutes a game. Like it's not something that's slow, especially if your team's like an idiot or a bunch of idiots. But actually, that actually might be to your favor if they're idiots because you just lose every round. But so it doesn't spawn very often. They are also patching that to make that spawn often. So this is actually really cool because we did it before they patched it, and I think that's kind of like a cool accomplishment. But so we're playing the game mode, and it's 4v1. Like me and Joe are like on a team, and it's like similar to what Joe said at the beginning.
I think it was like 4v2.
Yeah, it was like 4v2, but then it was like 4v1, dude. I'm pretty sure their whole team quit.
Maybe.
What'd you say?
I said maybe.
Yeah. So we were just annihilating this team, and we won the first round, and then the second round came up, and I was like, I remember we were playing, and we were like halfway there to our primeval. We're halfway there, but anyways, literally, we're halfway there, and I'm like, dude, this would be amazing if the butthole spawns. Like where the buttholes. I was like, I think I said the butthole's gonna spawn, dude. Like I was like, this is like the butthole game or something. Like I don't remember what I said, but it's like this is it.
Yeah, you joked about it, and then I think like maybe in like the first round, you were like, or no, maybe it was the round that it actually spawned, but you were like, come on, butthole, and I was like,
yeah,
wait, I was on the enemy side invading, like killing them because I'm a scumbag because there's only 2 of them, and I was like, wait, really? And you're like, no, I'm just saying it so it does. And I'm like, oh,
yeah, and then in the second round, it freaking. The wizard spawn, and I was like, I knew it, dude. I knew it was gonna happen. Like I felt it. I was like, dude, it's taken too long. This is gonna be it. And like the thing spawned. I was like, holy crap, it spawned. Like I was like, are you kidding me? And Joe was like, oh my, like Joe like lost it. It was like hilarious because Joe was like, I can't believe it just spawned. And then we ended up killing it, but it took a while because this guy kept invading, and they got a full team, and they actually spawned theirs, I think. And it was kind of freaky because I was like, dude, if we don't get this, I'm going to be so sad.
Yeah, like it was 4v2 like the whole round. And then eventually 2 other people like joined. And by the time we summoned our primeval, they hadn't had the chance to invade yet. But one of the 2 guys that joined just kept invading us once we summoned ours. And then he kept killing like at least 2 of us. So like it took a while for us to get it down. But we finally did it. Finally got that quest started, so like now we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, so it was freaking nice. Like we were like, dang, like it was really funny. And another side note, I played one match of Gambit this week, and I can't remember if my team lost. I'm pretty sure we lost, but I killed 18 Guardians in one match.
Wow,
like ridiculous. I wiped their team like 3 times. It was so stupid, And like, yeah, I use Sleeper Simulant, so don't judge me sometimes. but a lot of times when I invade, I don't use Sleeper Simulant. I don't have ammo. I literally just kill people with Go Figure from across the map.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy. Like, I don't know. Like, people use Sleeper Simulant a lot, and I use it if I have the ammo sometimes, like, because it's easy to kill people. But people undervalue just shooting the regular weapon because you have a freaking overshield, and you can literally like 3-tap someone with Go Figure. It's so stupid, and like they don't look for you, so it's like you just can kill them. But yeah, so that was probably my highlight because that was really cool, and I'm gonna try to get that this week, hopefully. Like I'm gonna try to get that quest or get the gun, which will be nice because they're buffing the gun actually in the next update as well. Yep. So the gun is supposed to be a lot better, and I actually think the gun could start to be like a top tier gun if the buff is really good. But So that's going to be cool. But that was like my top thing. So I think this gets us to the point where I'm going to bomb the Metacritic reviews now because you have some for me, Joe, right?
I've been waiting for this.
Joe has been like waiting all week for this.
So
like, last
so,
podcast.
So immediately after we finished last week's podcast, I looked up 3 games. I'm like, okay, these are it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so bad at this. I can't.
This is gonna be great. Okay, let's see. How do I want to start off with this? Okay, I'll give you an easy one first.
Oh, don't say that.
I'm
gonna not
to
get
get
it.
you in the mood. So it's a meta score of 92, a user score of 9.2. It is an action RPG, role-playing action RPG.
Okay.
Which is like the same thing, but okay.
The same thing.
They have action RPG twice. I don't know why. I guess there's a lot of action.
What?
So the summary goes, with the Empire attacking the kingdoms of the North and the Wild Hunt, a cavalcade of ghastly riders breathing down your neck, the only way to survive is to fight back. As blank of blank, a master swordsman and monster hunter leave none of your enemies standing. Explore a gigantic...
The Witcher 3?
Yes.
Wild Hunt?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, that's so
See,
easy.
It was an easy one. I'm giving you...
Okay.
That was basically
oh my god. Yes, 1 for 1. 1 for 1. I knew that as soon as you said...
Wild Hunt.
Yeah.
I thought about blanking that out, but I decided not to.
No, you said something else
Monster
before
Hunt.
that. No, it was before that. Like,
I didn't say it.
what was the beginning? So read the beginning again.
Oh, I just closed that. Hold on.
Okay. No, it's fine. You don't have
No,
to. I just,
I'm
but
pulling
yeah,
it
but literally, I like waited, Joe, because I was like, I don't want to jump the gun, because if it's not Witcher, I'm gonna be so sad.
It's
like,
with the Empire attacking the kingdoms of the North and the Wild Hunt.
you said the Empire's attacking the kingdoms of what?
Of the North and the Wild Hunt.
Oh yeah, I just got it on Wild Hunt. Never mind.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, you did. Okay. All right, here comes the real one.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Metacritic score of 94. User score of
gosh.
8.4.
Oh lord.
I'm gonna give you the summary before I give you like genres and stuff.
Okay.
Build your skills, earn respect, and show that you've got what it takes to go pro. 190 progressively harder goals. No time clock, no constraints. Pro-specific challenges, evolving levels, interact with other blank multiplayer modes.
What?
The developer is Neversoft Entertainment.
Interesting. Okay. Neversoft. So they made Crash Bandicoot. Wait, what's the genre?
I'll give you.
I know it's like a platformer or something, right?
I'll give you one of them. It's sports.
Okay, I thought it was sports too because of what you said.
Because you just
so Neversoft. So okay, so read the summary again.
Build your skills, earn respect, and show that you've got what it takes to go pro. 190 progressively harder goals, no time clock, no constraints, pro-specific challenges, evolving levels, interact with other blank multiplayer modes.
Go pro. I want to say, so if it's Neversoft, I want to say Tony Hawk's Pro Skater or something.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Which number do you think it is?
What year was it made?
2002.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4.
Yeah, dude. There you go.
Yeah, I had that game. I played the crap out of
Yes,
it. The only
so did
reason
I.
I knew it was Tony Hawk, the only reason I knew it was because you said Neversoft Gaming.
I debated about telling you the developer, but I'm like, well, if I'm not telling them the genre, I need to give them something.
I thought it was a sport game. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that was a good play by me.
It's sports, alternative, and skateboarding. So.
Oh yeah, you couldn't say skateboarding.
Yeah. And I could be like alternative. It's like that doesn't tell you anything.
Alternative. Yeah. What? Like what is this? Like rock? Like,
I don't know.
What does make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm 2 for 2.
Dude, that game was so good. I always plugged in that cheat code whenever I played.
Oh yeah, watch me explode.
Yep.
Yep. That's freaking. I freaking
That's
love that
watch
game.
_me_explode, but without
With
the
an
first
X.
E.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay.
So good.
The last one. Meta score
Lord.
of 91. User score of 7.8. It is an action adventure, modern open world. You might actually get this one. I don't know. The Soviet invasion of Afghanistan has brought a new edge to the Cold War, and in 1984, a one-eyed man with a prosthetic arm appears in the country. Those who know him call him Blank, the legendary mercenary who was once swept from the stage of history and left in a coma by American private intelligence network Cypher. Do you need more?
Is that the summary?
There's still more of the summary. There's like 2 paragraphs of the summary, but do you need more?
I mean, you can keep reading it. I think I might know what it is, but I need just to keep going. Yeah.
Blank is a cop accompanied by I don't know if I should say this name or not. I'll just say is accompanied by an old friend who saved him from an attack when he finally awoke. Now, Blank's former partner, Kazuhiro Miller, is being held by the Soviet forces in Afghanistan. And
did you say one-eyed or one-armed?
I said one-eyed man with a prosthetic arm.
So it's action,
adventure, modern open world.
Modern open world. Okay, I don't. Interesting. Oh gosh, interesting. So I want to say this one game, but I don't think it is. Can you keep reading the rest of the summary real quick?
Yeah. So now his former partner is being held by Soviet forces. Blank must undertake a solo mission to rescue Miller and prove to the world that the legendary mercenary is not dead and gone. That first step will lead to a path of vengeance against the very Cypher that slaughtered so many of his men.
Okay.
And that's the end.
Is it? I don't think this is it because I think it actually got a higher score. But is it Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain?
It is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting because I'm pretty sure it got like a 10 on Metacritic.
It got a 91.
Which is interesting. I thought I got a 10. Okay, well, because I was like, okay, it's the only reason why I thought it was that is because the prosthetic stuff, but I wasn't sure if he had a prosthetic arm and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know he had a prosthetic arm either.
I didn't know Cypher was the company. That didn't give it away either. I just thought it was like, it said like classic. I was going to guess Terminator at first. And I was like, wait, it's a movie. But because it said like one-eyed, like dropped in the desert. But yeah, I played like 5 hours of that game and it's got so much content and I don't know what to do with myself. So rip me. But
yeah, so
oh my God, I can't.
For these two, I was like, okay, well, we talked about games you haven't finished last podcast. I'm like, I'm going to pick some of those games. So I picked Witcher 3 and Metal Gear 5.
I can't believe so Witcher was the easiest.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk, I wouldn't have got if you didn't say Neversoft, probably. And that one, I think I just kind of knew, but that was a tough one, I feel like. Mm-hmm. So, oh my God, guys.
You got all
I didn't
three?
Study. You know, I actually thought about studying this week, too. I was going to actually go to the Metacritic pages and just study the top charts. But, yeah, I mean, you guys can follow me on Twitter at metacriticpro.com. My Twitter handle is getmetacritic, just kidding.
So
but, yeah, I can't believe I actually used it. So, I've only gotten 4 out of 6.
Okay.
I think. No, wait, I didn't get any before, did I?
Last week?
I feel like I got 1. Did I get... No, last week I didn't do it. The week before, you started off at the beginning.
Right.
And
right,
I got...
You got 1 out of those.
What did I get, though? I don't even remember.
Let's see.
I can't remember this sweet feeling of victory.
I don't know. I don't remember either. I did some, like, weird titles. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm either 3 for 6 or 4 for 6. And you're, like... 5 for 6?
Something like that, yeah.
Or no, you've done more than me. You're like
6 for 7.
You've
maybe?
only missed. Yeah, I did 3 each time. I think you're like 8 for 9 or something. I think you've only missed like 1.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. You're actually killing it,
God,
and that was a good like comeback for me though. So I think I have it in my notes actually.
I like how you have notes.
Because, okay, I guess Monster Hunter Underground, which was terrible.
Yeah.
You guessed Timmy the Tyrannical Toddler in His Darkest Days.
Yeah.
And you guessed Wandering Willie and His Magical Flute. So you've missed 2. I've missed, like, many before. So, yeah, I think I'm 3 for 6, and you're, I'm 3 for 6, and you're... Yeah, you're like 6 for 8 or 7 for 9.
Something like that. I don't know. I don't care.
Well,
Point is, I'm
yeah,
winning.
so
That's
that was
all that
good.
matters.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up the podcast though for this week, guys. Joe, do you want to? Well, first I'll say something because Joe usually ends it. So, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. And
listening.
let us know let us know the most triggering moments you guys had in games that you can recall. Let us know if you've ever wanted to go pro in gaming. And
Let us know what you're dressing up as for Halloween.
Exactly. Let us know what you're dressing up for Halloween. And Sean, general jousting does not count as professional gaming platform or gaming game. So, but anyways, yeah, let us know all that stuff in the comments. Let us know what you liked, didn't like, and I'll let Joe take it from here.
I mean, I'm just glad this podcast is done because now, like, after that rage story of when I was like 8 and how popcorn was my downfall, I'm gonna go make some popcorn. It's gonna be great.
Wow.
I've been craving it ever since. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in this week, for listening. And again, we put some graphics up on this podcast on YouTube, so make sure you're watching on YouTube if you want to see those pictures. But other than that, thank you guys again. Always remember to have faith, be great, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys later. Follow us on Twitch.
Light out.
That was great.
Light out.